All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and to the Achaim who are out there pushing this truth for the edification of the body and for the building of the church. To you, I salute. This is Brother Micaiah coming to you from GMS, Bahamas. Okay, and I want to do a brief video on the abomination of desolation. The abomination of desolation. Okay, the abomination that made the gospel desolate. All right, and the word desolate or desolation simply means a state of complete emptiness or destruction. Okay, and the word and that term destruction, okay, relates to the man of destruction, the son of perdition. All right, the abomination of desolation. All right, a great or a false, insincere worship. Okay, that actually dishonor Yahweh instead of acknowledging His true sovereignty. Okay, His true gospel. So it is insincere worship. It is false. Okay. Because you know that we've been deceived by okay, by Satan. After and if you go to Revelation, let's go to Revelation 20 and 7 and 8. Revelation 20 and 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. Okay. Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. All right, so you ain't talking about no demon, no spiritual demon, no man, no red suit. Okay, let's go to Revelation 20 and 2. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil, and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. So okay, so he's talking about a nation that was bounded, okay, and cast into prison for 1,000 years. Okay, let's go to Revelation 20 and 8. And shall go out to deceive the nation which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the seashore. All right, and Revelation 20 and 3 would explain this to us also. Revelation 20 and 3. And cast him into the bottomless pit, okay, which is Europe, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should not deceive the nation no more till 1,000 years be fulfilled. And after that he must be loosed a little season. And this is that little season that he's in now. He's at the end of this little season that he's in. All right. So he made his act, his abominable act, has led to the desolation of the gospel. All right. If you go to Jeremiah 44 and 4, it says, "Oh, how be it you do this abominable thing that I hate. The Most High hate abomination." Okay. The Most High hates abomination. The next precept we're going to go to is Mark chapter 13, verse 14. Because see, originally, Daniel the prophet, he prophesied of the abomination of desolation. So Mark, Salakia, 13 and 14, as soon as I learn to read or spell, maybe, like I'm a one about it, say. Mark 13 and 14. But when ye shall see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, standing where it ought not, let him that read it understand. Then let them that be in Judea flee into the mountain. He said, let him that read it understand. Okay, because see here, only those whose spirit the Most High dwell in can read and understand these precepts. So let him that read and understand. The prophets, okay, the elect, the chosen elect, all right, can read and understand this. So not everybody would read this and understand this, okay? All right. So let him that flee that is in Judea, because we also know that in history, Antiochus Epiphanes, okay, out of the Apocrypha, desecrated the temple, the second temple, in second A.B. Okay, B.C. Salakia, in the second B.C. by sacrificing pig flesh, okay, on the holy altar. All right. So let us go to First Maccabees 1:54. Okay. Now the 15th day of the month, Caslu, all right, in 145th year, they set up the abomination of desolation upon the altar and built idol altars throughout the cities of Judah, okay, on every side, and burnt incense at the door of their houses and in the street, Salakia, and they 56, and they had rent in pieces the book of the law, which they found burnt with fire. Okay, so they tore in pieces the book of the law. All right, the abomination of desolation, making the gospel. How you going to cheer the word, okay, of the Most High God? All right, that's evil. Okay, profane. All right, it's not going to be done by no man of God or no. It shouldn't be no man of Israel. All right, and it actually is this nation, who is Esau. All right, verse 57. And wheresoever was found with any book of the testaments, okay, or if they consented to the law, the king commandments was that they should be put to death. Okay, so Israel, if Israel was caught reading the book of the law or obeying the commandments, they were put to death. Okay, thus did they, okay, by their authority unto the Israelites every month, okay, to as many as were found in the cities. Okay, all right, so this is the act of the abomination. All right, all right, let's go to verse 60. At the time, according to the commandments, they put to death certain women, okay, that had caused their children to be circumcised, and they hanged them, verse 61, and they hanged the infants about their neck, okay, and rifled their horses, and slew them that had circumcised them, okay. So this is the evil act, okay, of this man, of this nation, that was being done to the Israelites, okay, by the Grecian, all right. Okay, this is the abomination that made the gospel desolate. All right. Okay, the next precept we're going to go to is Job 9:24. Okay, the numerous acts of abomination made the gospel desolate, and okay, and think it not strange that it happened during the regime, okay, or the rulership of Esau, Edom. Okay, no other nation, no other kingdom, okay, performed this kind of evil and abominable and profane act to the Most High God. Because Cyrus in the Babylonian kingdom, he built a temple. Okay, the Most High used him to build a temple unto the Most High God. Okay, even Pharaoh, okay, feared had reverence for the Most High God in some capacity. All right. But Esau, Edom, he is a profane fornicator. Okay? And let's get that. If we go to Hebrews, Hebrews 12:16. Okay? Hebrews 12:16. All right? Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meal sold his birthright. Okay? Verse 17, for he know that afterwards, okay, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected, okay, for he found no place of repentance. He was rejected of the blessing, of being blessed, all right? He was blessed. Blessing was actually the sword, all right? And that will be turned upon him. Okay? As a matter of fact, that is happening today as I speak. Okay? His sword is being turned upon him. All right? So all these evil acts and whatnot has happened during the time of Esau rulership. Okay? Let's go to Job chapter 9, verse 24. Okay? Because the Job chapter 9 will tell you, okay, that this man, when he took over, wickedness, all right, enter into the world. Job chapter 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay? If it is not Esau, where and who is he? He is the border of wickedness. Okay? He is the wicked on the earth. All right? And Malachi chapter 1 verse 4 state that he should be called the border of wickedness, meaning his beginning and ending, okay, is wicked. Okay? From he enter into this world, from he enter into this rulership, it was wickedness. Because as a matter of fact, if you go to First Maccabees 1 and 9, okay, First Maccabees 9 and 9 states that, and after his death, this is Alexander, okay, because we can read from verse 7 to find out. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, okay, and his servants bear rule, everyone in his place, okay. Verse 9, and after his death, they all put crown upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. Evil were multiplied in the earth, not add. They were multiplied, okay? Meaning you multiply that number by, okay, that another number, okay? Giving you twice the amount or whatever the amount that number is. Okay? Okay. So evil increased during his rulership. Okay? He is a profane fornicator, all right, who is the adversary of the Most High God. Okay? So everything that is of God, he is in, okay, opposition to, all right? Seemingly Christianity is an act of abomination of desolation, for it has made the true gospel desolate, okay? And Christianity, and along with all the other religion, however, it was allowed by the Most High to be a snare unto the two-thirds who have been blinded, okay, to the knowledge of the truth, for they know not his prophets, nor his words, okay? Because if you're going to be worshiping Caesar Borgia, a Caucasian, okay, a so-called white man, but he's actually red, okay? You don't know or regard the prophet of the Most High God, okay? You're not serving the Most High God, okay? Because if you go into Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 20 and 13, okay, it will tell you, all right, that, okay, Wisdom of Solomon, let's go to Wisdom of Solomon, Salakia. Wisdom of Solomon 14, okay? For the devising of idol was from the beginning of spiritual fornication. Okay, was the beginning of spiritual fornication. So spiritual fornication, okay, serving other gods, okay, was devising of idols, okay, and the invention of them, the corruption of life, okay. For neither were they from the beginning, or neither shall they be forever. For by vainglory of man they enter into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end. For a father, verse 15, afflicted with the untimely mourning when his son, okay, had made an image of him. Okay, after his son died, he made an image of him. His child soon taken away, now honored as a god. Okay, and this is referring to Caesar Borgia, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. Okay, another abomination that made the gospel desolate. Okay, because the The whole nation, 2/3, as a matter of fact, are out there worshiping Cesar Borgia, a Caucasian, a white man, all right? Not giving honor and worship to the Most High God, okay, and His Son, okay, because they have been deceived by the devil himself, the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, all right, serving false God, all right, because of all of these abominable acts, these abomination that made the gospel desolate, okay, and so that's why we have the 2/3 and the whole world, okay, going after this white man Jesus, or this Christian, following this Christian doctrine, okay, which is a snare to Israel, all right, mainly the 2/3, okay. I hope this lesson was edifying and it served its purpose. Shalom.